Hey guys, this is Ollie. He's a standard poodle and he's here for a haircut. Historically, he has been kicked out of 3 different grooming salons because they were unable to work with him or take care of him because he is a handful. Typically with bigger dogs, I do like to just kind of see how they act and things like that when I first meet them. When I first met him, he immediately tried to bite me when I was trying to do his nails, and his mom warned me about that beforehand, so I wasn't really too caught off guard with it, which was really nice to know. And over time, he has gotten a lot better about the biting. We used to have to use a muzzle the entire time during the haircut because it was unpredictable when he was going to try to bite, which was obviously very scary. But as he's gotten older, he has become a lot better of a boy, and he is able to mind his manners a little bit more. He is currently on trazodone, and it's honestly helped him a lot with certain reactivities that he used to have. He used to get really pissed whenever I would try to pick his legs up, for example. And even holding his foot would garner the reaction of bite time. But thankfully now he's not nearly that aggressive anymore. I do work fairly quickly with him. I don't like to have him on my table for longer than he needs to be, because if he's on there for too long, it just makes him more uncomfortable, obviously, but it also just amplifies his levels of stress, and I just like to avoid that. I like how he has slowly become a lot more trusting of me too, though. Over time, we did opt for him to start taking medication just because he is a very strong and stubborn boy. And even though it looks not too crazy in the video, anytime I'm holding his hand, he's trying to pull it back as hard as he possibly can. Which is very difficult to work with at times, but I'm just glad that I can work with him, because I know that his mom had, when we finished our first appointment, she was like, "Oh, okay, thanks for giving him a haircut. I'm assuming we're not allowed to come back." And I was like, "No." I thought it was kind of funny. Ever since then, she's been with me. We've been working with Ollie here for at least 3 years now. I gotta look that up. It's actually 2 years ago now. Seems like longer because it's getting close to 3 years. I'm just happy that I'm one of those people who has the ability to be able to work with a dog like Ollie. I know there's not a lot of people who can work with a dog like Ollie, especially ones that are just not as able to interpret the body language that dogs provide for you when they're working with you and stuff, and vice versa. Being able to understand him without words is very helpful, and I think that's what has ultimately led to his success with getting grooms from me, because I don't have to communicate to him with words. I can kind of just see it, versus trying to dissect it from a human point of view. I just kind of meet him at a dog's point of view. Anyway, just speeding along. He is a dirty dog. He definitely gets disgusting, for lack of a better word. I feel like if he could, his ideal life would be to just run around and be a dirty boy. But because he lives with a family and they have children, and you know, he lives in their house, him smelling like pee is not ideal. Another thing that we worked on together was him getting a wee wick. And I don't know if you guys have ever heard of a wee wick before, but it's something that helps with preventing dogs from peeing on the back of their front legs. And if you guys have a long-haired dog like Ollie that constantly grows hair no matter how many times you cut it, I would highly recommend a wee wick, especially if your dog pees on their front legs. But yep, just continuing to clean up this dirty boy. They get a short haircut because again, just rolling in dirt and being dirty. And honestly, it's just the most ideal for his hair because unlike other dogs, his hair is very hard to brush, even. Aside from the fact that he doesn't want you to brush him, it's just so tightly coiled up that it's very hard to do. So I don't blame them for wanting a very short haircut. Anyway, that's him all done. And thank you very much to Ollie's family for bringing him to me. We'll see you in the next one.